Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Let us move on to the rasa called hasya, comic sentiment. Ata hasyo nama hasa sthai bhavatmakaha. The sthai bhava. Before moving on to hasa, I would like just to tell you the sthai bhava. Though in the bhava chapter we will be reading about it. It is the underlying dormant emotion. It does not change. It should not change. It should be there within you. Unless you have the sthai of rati, you cannot experience the rasa of Shringara. Unless you are a person who has the sthai of hasa, you cannot experience the hasya rasa. Because you have seen persons who does not even laugh or does not even experience the laughter of others because they are not the persons who possess the Sai Bhava of Hasa. So even though the room full of audience enjoy a particular Hasya, one or two just do not relish that. Because they are not in a position to relish the rasa. So the dormant sthai should be within the audience, within the person who is witnessing the performance. This is same as Bharata, Sumarasaha Purushaha, he told. Like when the person is like-minded, only he will enjoy the food. If you prepare a nice food and give it to someone, they should experience the taste only if they are having that like towards that particular food or that particular content of that food. If they are sweet lovers only, they will relish that sweet. If they love to eat hot, pungent food, then only they will relish that food, particular food you have prepared. Otherwise, they will not relish that. Same way, hasa is the sthai bhava. And from that hasa sthai bhava, hasya rasa proceeds. So the durable psychological state is hasa, laughter. So you experience the comedy or comical rasa. How are they experienced? Vikrita Vesha Alankara, Darshya, Laulya, Kuhaka. So what are they? So unseemly dressed. The dressing is obscure. Ornamentations are something not connected with their dress. Greediness, quarrel, a defensive limb, use of irrelevant words. They use irrelevant words there. So the comedy happens. Mentioning the faults, all these creates the comedy in the audience. Of course, It should be created by the writer, story writer. He should give it in the words. By the story writer to the script writer, or by the script writer to the director, or by the director to the actor. It has to be taught, it has to be given, it has to be incorporated. These are the things which cause hasya. If you have to create a hasya rasa pattern, you cannot just go on it without creating the causes. So what are the consequences? That is what are to be presented on the stage. Throbbing of the lips, nose, cheeks, opening the eyes wide and contracting them, perspiration, change of the color of the face, etc. And what are all the psychological states, complementary psychological states? Indolence, dissimulation, drowsiness, sleepy, all these creates laughter, dreaming, etc. This comedy sentiment is again divided into two types. What are they? It is self-centered and centered on others. Like if you see on the stage, there will be two persons. They will be talking in a very smooth way, but the audience will be enjoying the hasya rasa. Otherwise, it will be self-centered. They will be laughing. The person who's talking will be laughing. And that will also create hasya rasa. He will be doing a comedy movement. His movement will be comical. This also creates. So that is how it is, either self-centered or centered on others. He says, the shloka, Viparita alankaraihi, Vikrita achara abhidana veshaihi cha, Vikritaihi angavikaraihi, Hasati iti rasaha smrito hasyaha. As some laughs with an exhibition of oddly placed ornaments, uncouth behavior, words, dress and strange movements of the limbs moving around and other things, it is called the sentiment of comedy. How? What is the behavior and how it is exhibited? Vikrita akaraihi vakyaihi, angavikaraihi vikrita veshaihi cha, hasayati janam yasmat tasmat nyeyo raso hasyaha. So, and this makes other persons laugh by means of his uncouth behavior, words, movements of the limbs, strange dress, etc., which are to be exhibited by the person. So, this is how it has to be presented. So, the two varieties of hasya, which is self-centered and centered on others, is Vividascha ayam atmastaha parastaha cha. So, it is atmastha, self-centered, and parastha, centered on others. Again, Bharata talks about 6 varieties, which is connected with the hasya of Stri or the Nicha Patra, inferior characters. What are they? Shadbedas chasya vigneyas tamscha vakshyam yaham punaha. Smitam ata hasitam vihasitam upahasitam cha apahasitam atihasitam dvau bedau syatam uttama madhyama adama prakritau. So, based on the uttama, madhyama and adama prakriti, it can be again these 6 types, he says. What are they? Smita, slight smile. Hasita, a smile. Then Vihasita, gentle laughter. Upahasita, a laughter of ridicule. Apahasita, a vulgar laughter. Atihasita, excessive laughter. So you have seen all these in different characters in the dramas, in the theatre performances, and of course in the films. All these are mentioned by Bharata. Even now we portray this, and especially for the characters, he says, to persons of the superior type, Uttama, it should be the Smita or Hasita. Smita Hasite Jeshtanam, Madhyanam Vihasita Upahasite. For the Madhya characters, it is Vihasita, that is, which is a gentle laughter and also a laughter of ridicule, Upahasita. Adhamanam Apahasitam hi Atihasitam chapi vigneyam. The Apahasita, which is a vulgar laughter, and Atihasita, which is an excessive uproar of laughter, will be for the Adama characters. So that is how it has to be characterized. The characters has to follow these types of laughter. Then he also gives how to smile. What are the actions to be done while doing these smile? In the slight smile, Smita, it should be with blown cheeks, slightly blown cheeks, elegant glances. It need not be fully blown, and the teeth are not visible. So it's a very slight smile where the teeth is not visible. Then Hasita, by blooming eyes, face and cheeks, and teeth should be slightly visible with a smile, with a blooming eyes. This is for Uttama Nayaka. Of course, naturally, they magnanimously smile. Then Madhyama, the gentle smile, slight sound with sweetness, and the sound should be suitable to the occasion, and it should be, eyes and cheeks are to be contracted, and the face would be joyful. This is Vihasita. And when you are doing a Upahasita, showing Upahasita, nose should be expanded, eyes should be squinting, and the shoulder and the head should be bent. Naturally, when you smile, you raise your shoulder, the head goes inside. This is given in Upahasita. Then comes Apahasita. This is the vulgar laughter, the laughter with tears, or with the shoulder and head violently shaken. You shake your shoulder while laughing and keep on laughing that the tears roll down. And Atihasita is the excessive laughter. Eyes are expanding and the tears should roll down, and the loud and excessive noise, and the body is covered by the hands. When you laugh, you cover, you kara upaguda parshvam. You laugh with your hands holding the sides, covering the sides. So it's more a laugh with excessive sound. That is how he concludes. Evam atma samuttam cha tatha parasamuttitam. These two types of laughter. Again, Shadbedo Ata Rasasmritaha. So this is again divided into 6 types, he says. That is how he concludes Hasya Rasa. Next we move on to Karuna Rasa, pathetic sentiment. This arises from the Sai Bhava of Shoka, sorrow. Atha Karuno Nama Shoka Sai Bhava Prabhavaha. So, what are the determinants for these? It can be affliction under a curse, separation from dear ones, loss of wealth, death, captivity, and accidents and misfortunes which happen, and the death of the beloved ones. This is to be represented on the stage, that is the Anubhava, by means of consequence like shedding tears, lamentation, dryness of mouth, change of color, the Vaivarnya. If you see the consequence here, some of them are Vyabhichari bhavas and some of them are Satvika bhavas here. The Vaivarnya, Swarasada are all Satvika bhavas which occur as Anubhavas. Then the drooping limbs and out of breath. So keep on crying, you become out of breath. Loss of memory, etc. And the Vyabhichari bhavas which support this is indifference, languor, anxiety, fainting, sadness, etc. We can take up few instances for each and every. I will be taking up few instances of each and every rasa after completing the bhava chapter, and we will know or understand about how as an actor it should be represented, how as a dancer it should be represented on stage. So the 2 shlokas which gives the definition of this is Ishtavada Darshanadva Vipriya Vachanasya Samshravadvapi Ebir Bhava Visheshaihi Karunaraso Nama Sambhavati. This pathetic sentiment arises due to the death of beloved persons, etc. Then the representation, consequence, which are to be abhineya, which are to be presented on the stage, is given here. That is how the sentiment of Karuna as in 6th chapter. Next, Atha Raudro Nama Krodha Sthai Bhavatmakaha. Let us move on to furious sentiment. Furious sentiment, that is the Raudra, is created from the Krodha Sthai Bhava. Now, he says this sentiment of Raudra is based on the state of anger. It owes its origin to Rakshasas, Danavas and haughty men, and it is caused by fights. So, these are the determinants that create, such as anger, rape, abuse, insult, etc., threatening, revenge, etc., which creates the rasa of Raudra. Even jealousy can be a vibhava. What are the anubhavas? How do you present it on stage? You can present it by breaking, crushing, and fighting. and drawing, pulling, shedding of blood, etc. And the how to represent it on stage through your body. It can be through redness of eyes, knitting of eyebrows, and biting of lips, fist, holding the fist, and opening the eyes wide and looking with the red eyes, change of the color in your face, change of voice, etc. The cheeks trembling and pressing the hand, one hand with another, etc., will be the anubhavas and the complementary psychological states. That is, the vyabhichari bhavas can be determination, energy, indignation, restlessness, fury, perspiration, trembling, horripilation, choking of voice, etc., can come and go as vyabhichari bhavas, which strengthen the Sai Bhava. Then, as he has given that this is for the Rakshasas, there are some questions. Is it for the Rakshasas alone this furious sentiment happens? He says, no, this is more depicted in this state or in this character of Rakshasa. He says, Bharata says, according to Manomohan Ghosh version, in case of others too, this sentiment may arise. But in case of the Rakshasas, it is to be understood as a special function. What is it? They are naturally furious, for they have many arms, many mouths, standing and unkempt hair of brown color, the prodigious physical frame of black complexion. Whatever they attempt, be it their speech or movement of limbs or any other effort, is by nature furious. Even in their love making, they are violent, and it is to be easily inferred that persons who imitate them give rise to the furious sentiment from their fights and battles. So that is how it's beautifully given, addressed, because they are more violent persons because of their huge body. So it is more an outcome of a Rakshasa. The final verse says, Yuddha prahara gatana vikritas chedana vidaranaishchaiva sangrama sambhramadhyairebihi sanjayate raudraha. So the furious sentiment is created by striking, cutting, mutilation, piercing in fights, etc. And how it should be represented on the stage? Represented on the stage, such as release of missiles, cutting off the head, trunks, arms, etc. should be done. But of course, not on the stage directly. It should be shown as an action, abhinaya. That is the beauty of theatre. It will not be performed on the stage. It will look like they are cutting the arms. That is the presentation, abhinaya. Next we move on to Veera Rasa, heroic sentiment. Atha वीरो नाम उत्तम प्रकृतिः उत्साहात्मकः. Utsaha is energy. Utsaha, energy, forms the base for this heroic sentiment. This is created by the determinants such as presence of mind, perseverance, diplomacy, discipline, strength, aggressiveness, etc. And it is to be represented on the stage by consequences such as firmness, patience, heroism, charity, diplomacy, etc. And the psychological states, the complementary psychological states are contentment, judgment, pride, agitation, energy, determination, indignation, remembrance, horripilation, etc., which are to be coming as the Vyabhichari Bhavas, presented as the Vyabhichari Bhavas. The final verse says, Utsahad Vyavasayad Avishaditvad Adavismaya Mohat Vividhad Artha Viseshat Veeraraso Nama Sambhavati. So the heroic sentiment arises from energy, perseverance, etc. And what is the consequent? What are the consequences? By firmness, patience, etc. is given in the next verse. Thus, after explaining each and every rasa, he gives a verse which also puts it into a sutra form. Next is the terrible sentiment. Atha bhayanako nama bhaya sthai bhavatmakaha. The sthai bhava is bhaya. The terrible sentiment has its sthai bhava as fear. This is created by hideous noise, sight of ghosts, panic and anxiety due to jackals and owls, and staying in an empty house or in a forest, the sight of death, death of near and dear ones, etc. It is to be represented by the consequence such as trembling of hands and feet, horripilation, change of color, and loss of voice, etc. And the complementary psychological states will be paralysis, perspiration, choking voice, horripilation, trembling, loss of voice. Almost all the Sattvika Bhavas come here. Change of the color, fear, stupefaction, dejection, and agitation, restlessness, etc. Even inactivity and death come under the Vyabhichari Bhavas. And the shloka says, Vikritarava Sattva Darshana Sangrama Aranya Shunya Griha Gamanat Guru Nripayoho Aparadhat Kritakascha Bhayanako Ngeyaha. These are the terrible sentiment is created by hideous noise, sight of ghosts, battle, etc. And it is to be represented by looseness of limbs, mouth, eyes, paralysis of the thighs, etc. And thus, this is the natural fear which is artificially shown through the representation. Then Bharata moves on to odious sentiment. Then Bharata moves on to odious sentiment. Atha bhibatso nama jugupsa sthai bhavatmakaha. Now, the bhibatsa sentiment has as its base the durable psychological state of disgust. How is it created? the determinants like hearing unpleasant, offensive noise, impure and harmful things, seeing them or discussing about them, etc. And how it should be represented on the stage by consequence such as stopping the movements of the limbs, narrowing down the mouth, vomiting, spitting, shaking the limbs, closing the eyes. And the Vyabhichari bhavas like delusion, agitation, fainting, sickness and death occurs here even due to bhivatsa. So thus he concludes, anabhimata darshanena cha rasa gandha sparsha shabda doshaischa udvejanaischa bahubir bhivatsa rasaha samudbhavati. It arises, the odious sentiment arises by many ways of disgusting sight and taste, speech and smell and sound. And it should be represented through narrowing down the mouth, eyes, face, nose, bending the head, etc. Then he moves on to the marvelous sentiment. Atha adbhuto nama vismaya sthai bhavatmakaha. Marvelous, adbhuta sentiment has as its basis the durable psychological state of astonishment. It is created by the determinants such as sight of heavenly beings or events, attainment of desired objects, entry into a superior mansion, a temple, a big hall, a 7-storied palace, an illusory or a magical place, acts which represent magic, etc. What are the consequences? How do you represent it? By wide opening of the eyes, looking with a fixed gaze, horripilation, tears of joy, the perspiration, joy, uttering words of happiness and uttering words of joy, making gifts and shouting, making sounds of awesomeness, waving the fingers, waving the dress, etc. can be shown, he says. Of course, the Vyabhichari bhavas, one of the Vyabhichari bhava is even weeping, because when you are in a state of ecstasy, you even weep. Paralysis, perspiration, choking voice, horripilation, agitation, hurry, inactivity and even death. The final shloka is Yat Tvatishayarthayuktam Vakyam Sheelam cha karma rupa Sheelam cha karma rupam cha Ebihi Tvartha Viseshau Ebistvartha Viseshau Rasau Adbhuto Nama Vigneyaha. So the marvelous sentiment is that which arises from the words, character, deeds and personal beauty, and is to be represented through gesture of feeling, smell, joyful, moving of limbs and shouting and smiling and making sounds of joy, etc. Then he gives a final few shlokas which finalize the chapter 6. 3 kinds of erotic, comic and terrible sentiment. Shringaram Trividam Vidyat. Vang Nepatya Kriyatmakam. Anga Nepatya Vakyaischa Hasya Raudro Tridha Smritau. So Shringara is of three types based on Vak, the speech, Nepatya, costume, and Kriya, the action. Of course, Anga Nepatya Vakya, the action, the Nepatya, the costume, and the Vachya, the speech, creates three varieties in Hasya and Raudra also, he says. Then the three kinds of pathetic shoka. Dharmopaghatajaschaiva tatha tvapachayodbhavaha tatha shokakritaschaiva karunastrividaha smritaha. The pathetic sentiment is of three types that arises from obstruction of lawful deeds, from loss of wealth, and from bereavement. Then again, three kinds of heroic sentiment. Danaveeram, Dharmaveeram, Yuddhaveeram, Tataiva cha. Rasam Veeramapi Prahuhu Tajñas Trividamevahi. The heroic sentiment is again of three types, arising from making gifts, Danaveeram. Dharmaveeram, fulfilling one's own duty, and Yuddhaveeram, fighting one's own enemy. Then three kinds of terrible sentiment. Bhaya, Vyajachaiva aparadhacha, Vitrasitakamevacha, Punarbhayanakam chapi vidyat, Trividamevacha. Again, the terrible sentiment is also of three kinds. Faint fear, fear from a wrong action, and fear from an apprehension of danger. Finally, he says, Bibhatsaha Kshobajaha Shuddha Udvegi Syat Tritiyakaha. Vishta Krimibir Udvegi Kshobajo Rudhiradijaha. The odious sentiment, Bibhatsa, is again of three kinds: nauseating, simple, and exciting. Of these, the sentiment from the sight of the stool and worms is nauseating, and the sight of blood and similar objects is exciting, he says. Three kinds of marvelous sentiment. Divyascha anandajaschaiva dvida khyato adbhuto rasaha. Divya darshananajo divyo harshadanandajaha smritaha. The marvelous sentiment is of two kinds, celestial and joyous. Of these, the celestial, Divyaja, is due to seeing heavenly sights, and Anandaja is due to the joyful happenings. And thus, he says, he concludes that these are the 8 sentiments and their definitions in order, and he moves on to the 7th chapter, in which he expands the bhava, vibhava, anubhava, and vyabhichari bhava, and of course sattvika bhava in detail. With this, he completes the 6th chapter. Namaste.